So I thought I would come on here and give you a little update because I haven't really done anything like this before. Clearly the dog is bored. And we now have a 6-month-old, so I feel like it's time to give you a little update. So the biggest things, I think, are weaning and her sleeping in her own room, which is where I am at the moment. I found the transition going from being in our room to being in her own room actually not too difficult. I thought I would, but it's actually not too bad because we had this little like next to me type crib and it was literally next to me in the bedroom. But I got to the point where I found it physically hard to kind of get out and lift her up and then pull her back in because she was getting heavier, so it just got a little bit more awkward. So we started to push the crib against the wall instead of next to the bed, so she was like this far away from me, but it meant that I had to get out of bed to go and see her in the night time. And if I'm getting out of bed to see her in the night time, it doesn't really matter in my mind where I'm going to get her out. So when she came to being 6 months, it just felt a bit more natural. So prior to that, we'd been putting her for daytime naps in the nursery, so her crib's just behind the camera, and she seemed to be getting on fine with it, and it just meant that we could do more stuff in the house and not worry about waking her. Although today, the kitchen door slammed shut with the wind and she woke up after a 10-minute nap, which is not ideal, but never mind. So yeah, moving into her own room actually felt like the right thing to do, and I think now she's sleeping better because she was not a good sleeper before this. We've now got into a better routine, so we do like bath time, change her, obviously feed her, book, because I'm trying not to feed her to sleep, give her a book and then put her down to bed, and she's usually asleep within like 10 minutes. It took a long, like it's taken 6 months for us to get into a good habit. I know some people get there straight away, but we are not those people. I'm not a good sleeper. She's clearly got that from me, so that's a fun thing. But it's just nice because we've got the camera set up in here, so it just means that we can go and do our own thing and not worry about her, and we're getting into a better schedule, I think, although she has also now just dropped her morning nap. So she used to have an 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. nap, which is crazy that you've been up that long to need that nap, but she's dropped that nap now, so she should now be, she gets up at like 6 or 7 and she now naps at about 11, though sometimes she's still too awake for it, and then she'll sleep for hopefully an hour and a half, 2 hours, but it doesn't always happen. Usually it's like 45 minutes. The dream is like an hour or longer, but usually about 45 minutes. And then sometimes from like 3 o'clock onwards, she'll have another shorter nap. Like I feel like she should be napping longer because all of these books are telling me how long baby should sleep for, and she doesn't. But we now get like a clear run, I reckon 9 p.m. until about 6 a.m. in her own bed. But she's still waking me up from maybe from midnight every 2 hours. So I'm a bit tired, you may be able to tell, but we're getting there, and that's massive progress. So we're also starting weaning. That is the other big change. We've been doing that for about 2 weeks now, and we're doing a mixture of purees and baby led, and day to day I'm not really sure what she likes more than the other. I think with purees it's a bit hard because we have to sort of go, ah, and then she laughs because she thinks it's funny, and then we're like, quick, spoon in, and then she gets all the food in her mouth and then stays with her mouth open, and it just slowly like dribbles from her chin onto her top, or like her bib, and it is hilarious, but I'm not sure how much is going down. And then when we do baby led, we give her like sweets. She puts it in her mouth and just like holds it like she's Popeye with the like spinach pipe thing. She just holds it in her mouth like this. And again, not sure that any's going down. I feel like this morning she had, I think we had sweet and parsnip this morning, and that was the first time, so it's been like 2 weeks, that's the first time I feel like anything's actually gone down. She so far seems to like everything, but again, not 100% sure how you tell whether she likes stuff or doesn't like stuff, but that's just where we're at. So we have now got this little playmat in here. Oh, that is the Amazon man. 1 second. This is a That's Not My Monkey book and a couple of kids books for a christening, so that's fun. So yeah, we bought her this new playmat here. Clearly I've been watching TV on it. And you're right, Charlie, you protected us. You protected us. Yeah, he likes to bark at the postman. And yeah, so this is our new playmat here. So this is a totter and tumble one. Well, you're not meant to be on it. You're not meant to be on it. Give me your bum. I lost my train of thought because of the Amazon man. I wasn't expecting that. So anyway, we got this new mat for her because I felt like she just needed to explore more, and the mat we had was really, really small, so we kept having to like reposition her. So every time she got somewhere, we had to move her off. But now we've got this nice big mat, and then all of her toys are just in here. So we tend to just like throw the toys around on the floor and just see what she wants. She can kind of push herself back to almost all fours, like she's almost trying to crawl. So she'll get like here, but then doesn't really know what she's doing. So she kind of goes like hands down, bum up, head down. So it's a fun look. Not sure she's going to get anywhere that way. She likes to stand up. If you're holding onto her hands, she can get there that way. So that's quite nice. So clothing wise, it is on my list to go shopping maybe tomorrow and get her some 6 to 9 month stuff. We currently have like 3 zip up onesies that fit her that are 6 to 9 months, but everything else is still 3 to 6 months because she's long, really, really long. Everyone tells me she's long. But if she doesn't have anything with a foot on it, then she's fine because her torso is quite short. So I think it's just the legs are just going on for days. So anything like a little leotard without feet or leggings separately fit her fine because they kind of, she's in 3/4 lengths now, but they fit her fine. So I've kind of been waiting a little bit because we've got so many clothes that I kind of want her to get a bit more wear out of because she still fits in them. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow we'll get a few bits. I think we're just going to get a couple of little outfits and then get some more maybe in like 2 months time when she's a little bit bigger. I feel like I look very tired today. I'm very tired and I need a shower. These things are both true things. I'm back upstairs. Amazon man is gone. That sounded more sinister than I meant it. So we have realised as well that we have, let me just move that. I've realised that we have such a movement-based baby. If I'm like in a baby class, we do a couple of them. She's there, but she's watching the other babies. So I don't know if she's actually like caring even a little bit for the class. But as soon as you pick her up and throw her around, she loves it. So things like, I literally just stand there and I just bounce her and bounce her and bounce her and bounce her and she just laughs and it's the best noise in the world. And we'll do like things when you bounce her on the knee and then drop her, obviously holding on to her and stuff like that. But she loves it and she loves dancing. And we have a few, I won't sing to you, but we have a few rhymes that we do, but like proper like dancing, stuff like that she absolutely loves. So I think when she does start moving, I don't think we're going to be able to stop her. So I think it's just going to be a whole lot of fun. As a new mum, I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit. Like there's so many new challenges all the time, but we started to get into a really good routine, which I usually hate. I hate routines. I hate knowing like on Monday at this time I'm going to be doing this. Like I hate that. But for her, we now have set time for breakfast, set time for bath time. Roughly we have an idea of her naps. It depends what we're doing in the days to when she's actually going to nap, but I feel like I've got that sorted. And work-wise, I can work whenever I want to. She's out doing daddy-daughter day at the moment, which basically means going to Starbucks and having a good time. And so it just leaves me with not very long because I'm still breastfeeding her. So it leaves me with like maybe 2 hours of free time. So I've done all my emails, I've done a few specific bits that I have to do with silence in the house, so I've done those bits, and now I thought I'd just come and do this video because I've got a little bit of time left before they come back. I mean, admittedly I need to have a shower, but that might get left for another day, I'm not gonna lie. But otherwise I feel like I'm in a better routine with that, and even just things like weaning, because I know I have to get vegetables sorted for her or whatever's on the list. It's making me be more prepared with my meals rather than just going and sort of buying stuff last minute. I feel like I'm getting in a better routine with that as well. It's Charlie coming to say hello again. The other really nice thing is that she started to notice the dog and wants to interact with the dog, which is so lovely. And as you probably heard with the Amazon man, the dog, Charlie, has just started to become so protective. And he's never really been protective of like any of us before. And now since she's been born, he barks every time there's like some noise from outside, and he really barks when someone knocks at the door. He's such a friendly dog. Charlie, buddy. You want a cuddle? Yeah, he wants a cuddle. Come here. Hi, buddy. Oh, you can't see him at all. Hi. You want everyone to see you? So this is Charlie. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. And our little lion mat, which I love. Hey, buddy. It's a very soft mat. Oops, buffed the thing. Anywho, yeah, so she tries to reach for him now. So she'll do like a little outstretched hand, but because she yanks my hair, I have to be really careful that she's not going to do that. So I kind of have to like put my hand in between her hands. So she's holding my hand while I'm stroking the dog. It's just really nice that we're starting to sort of get together as a family. I really like that a lot. You done? Is it too hard? I'm definitely getting a little bit more sleep now, and I'm getting into a better routine with kind of work-life balance. Things are still tricky trying to navigate if, like today, for example, she did not do her 11 o'clock nap, and it was kind of 2 o'clock before she even tried to sleep, and she got up at 6. So it's kind of hard sometimes being able to plan around that kind of thing. And I work in the evenings as well, so it's trying to figure out how to time working with her naps and sleep time. So we're still trying to figure that one out, but we're getting there slowly. But it's a lot of fun at the moment. That's kind of our 6-month update and where we are with things right now. So next with us, we're trying to decide what to do past this point with weaning, whether we kind of add in more flavours and textures and stuff like that. Then my job is to pack down the next to me bed because it's still up, because we didn't know like what was going to happen, so that needs to go away. And then things like the bassinet she's now grown out of, so I need to put that away as well. So I feel like there's a lot of like products, baby things that only lasts for 6 months. So the next like week or two is going to be a lot of me packing those things down. I have no idea about babies and their progression, so I will probably do another update about 9 months if anything's changed. It may not have changed, so I may see you in like a year. There will obviously be many more videos in the meantime, but I'll probably see you for another update in 9 months, but I will talk to you probably in a couple of days. See you then.